Hey guys, the Firebird is here. It's just me. My brother couldn't be here today, as always, because, I don't know. Let's just say he got captured by ants or something. There, that's the joke. Alright, so I haven't uploaded in 5 days, and the reason for that is, well, I've been working on the Ratchet Wasted Potential, and so far that video is 30 minutes long. It's like the longest video I have made for the Wasted Potential series. It's gonna premiere on Saturday, so if you guys wanna go like the video and hit the bell notification so you won't miss it, the link to it's gonna be in the description down below. I decided to release it on Saturday because I want as much people to get a chance to, get ready for it, or at least to be aware of it, because it really is the Wasted Potential episode I put the most effort in, and it's also the longest, so yeah, grab your popcorns when that happens. So as we wait for Saturday, I didn't want to leave you guys without anything, so here we are. I decided to make this video talking about Ratchet as a small prelude to the Transformers Wasted Potential episode on Ratchet. So in this video I'm gonna talk about Ratchet's original death scene, because that's something that I promised I was gonna talk about and never got around to doing so, but hey, better late than never, we're finally here. Now this information got revealed a long time ago thanks to Rick Alvarez, who attended TFCon. He revealed a ton of information on various Transformers projects and stuff. It's all very interesting, but for this video we're just gonna be talking about Ratchet. I might talk about some more of the unused concept that didn't make it onto Age of Extinction for another video, but we'll see. It all depends on how well this video does. But anyways, I wasted enough time. Let's jump into it. Okay, so what I'm gonna tell you right now is like the earliest version of Age of Extinction, and forget everything you know. Forget about, Ratchet's, death scene in Age of Extinction, forget about the Dinobots, forget about everything, because this is basically an entirely different story. The story and setting overall does share some similarities with the final product, but there are certain changes that are pretty interesting. For example, the Decepticons. In Transformers 4, we didn't really saw any Decepticons. Well, I guess you could say Galvatron and the KSI drones are Decepticons, but I kinda count them as their own little thing. In the original version of Age of Extinction, Lockdown was supposed to be part of the Decepticons, like officially. And the Decepticons, well, basically, they no longer called themselves the Decepticons by this point. By this point in the timeline, they went by the name of the Lords of Deception, which, sounds a bit too over the top if you ask me. Now, it's not made clear, but the Lords of Deception basically had their base of operations somewhere around a desert. I'm not sure which desert this is. The Lords of Deception were led by Lockdown, so Lockdown was not only part of their group, but he was also their leader. And apparently Lockdown's original design was supposed to be really reminiscent of the Transformers animated design, which, I mean, thumbs up for that, because that design was pretty awesome. And Lockdown was also supposed to have the Decepticon known as Oil Slip as his second in command, or at least as one of the members of his group. It's not made very clear, but the Decepticons basically had their base in a desert, like inside a huge cavern, where they will, mine out for resources just trying to stay alive. Essentially scavengers. Apparently the opening of Age of Extinction, instead of being the creators, bombarding the dinosaurs like we saw in, the final product, it was originally supposed to start with Ratchet and Tyrese, Lennox's best friend. They were both helping the Nest forces transport resources and new personnel to a new Nest outpost located in the desert. But the Nest outpost just happens to be located in the same desert that the Decepticons were hiding in. Well, I mean, the Lords of Deception, sure, let's just call them that. While Ratchet was protecting the convoy, the Lords of Deception will ambush the humans and Ratchet, and a huge fight will break out. The Lords of Deception will supposedly kill most of the humans, along with stealing valuable Nest resources to stay alive. During the fighting, Ratchet will engage Lockdown in a 1v1, but Lockdown will manage to get the upper hand on Ratchet, and he will steal Ratchet's soul and kill Ratchet with his own weapon. After dealing the fatal blow, Lockdown will pierce Ratchet's spark with a huge metal stake, just to make sure that Ratchet stays dead. Soon after dealing the killing blow, Lockdown will then proceed to kill Tyrese, and basically leaving no survivors of the Nest forces. And supposedly him and the rest of the Lords of Deception will retreat back to their hidden base, to avoid detection from the Autobots and Nest. And of course, as you might be wondering, Optimus Prime eventually finds out about this and he goes out looking for Ratchet. And much like in the actual movie, Optimus Prime was furious at the death of Ratchet, but that's as far as we know for Ratchet's original death scene and you know how the opening of the movie was supposed to play out. Rick Alvarez also talks about how the Dinobots were originally supposed to be portrayed, they were originally supposed to talk, what they were gonna do in the movie, the original version of Galvatron. There's a lot of crazy stuff that didn't make it into the final product. Some of it it's really interesting and some of it it's like, you know, maybe it was better off to leave that off the film. But yeah guys, in Transformers 4, since the very beginning they were planning for Ratchet to get killed. So yeah, it's kind of a shame, because Ratchet was one of the few Autobots from the first movie to make it this long, and it's a shame that he had to go out like that in both versions of the movie. But yeah, that's the original death scene for Ratchet. He still bites the dust, he still gets killed by Lockdown, but the circumstances and the location are completely different. But now we'll pass the question down to you. What do you think of the original way Ratchet was supposed to get killed? Do you think it's better than in the actual film? Do you think it's worse? What are your thoughts on the Lords of Deception and you know, Lockdown leading them? Personally, I find this to be really interesting, especially the concept of the Lords of Deception. I think something like that could have worked, but I don't know guys, it's very weird because we're almost talking about an entirely different movie, you know, it's not like the same Age of Extinction that we know about. If you guys want me to keep talking about the unused stuff for Transformers Age of Extinction, then, you know, hit me up with a like and comment down below telling me that you do want to see more. And I promise you, I won't make you wait 2 months again. I'm sorry I did that, but you know, college and school happens and stuff happened basically. So that's why I couldn't talk about Ratchet's original death scene back then, but now I can, and you know, better late than never. So, before I go, I want to give a shout out to one of my patrons, Marais Prime. He has gained access to the Scout tier and therefore he's entitled to a shout out from me. If you want to donate to my Patreon, you can. The link's gonna be in the description down below and in the comments down below. If you donate, then you can get shout outs, you can request your own videos, you can collab in a video with me. So if you want to do that, you can. Donating is optional, of course, so do that only if you want to. Anyways, that's it for this video guys. Like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. So stay safe guys, and remember, Lockdown was supposed to have glasses. I don't know why I'm mentioning that, I just thought it was pretty cool.